is the one
Oh
here.
boy.
They're going to do it. I know
If one team gives it away, it would be secret. They have like the confidence to try and shut it down and have a strategy against it.
And they have quite a lead. Well, actually, Virtus Pro is just right behind them in the standings. Yeah, for the fans.
So,
oh, please.
Oh, they have Techies, Meepo, and terribly banned. So Meepo targeted at No Tail. Phantom Lancer, pretty much in just a... gets banned every game when it's available. Techies, sometimes... Oh my god!
Oh! Wait, is... Oh, yes! Yes! Okay.
Radiant
now I need to learn his ability name.
It is happening!
Oh, God.
Oh,
they know exactly what's happening, though. They expected it. They go with Lycan Enigma. Okay, let's learn the skills together. Boulder Smash. Rolling Boulder. I'm not calling that Geo. That's the reverse force staff, right? I'm calling
Radiant
that.
Team pick.
And Magnetize. Okay, we're going to be okay.
Stone Remnant is the one he can drop.
Yeah, well, that one's easy. Stone.
Call it Remnant.
So he has the roll, he has the push, and he has the reverse force staff, and then Magnetize. Okay, we're good.
So he has Kickstone, Rolling Stones, Pull Stone, and...
Rolling Stones, yeah.
Magnet Stones.
Sounds good. Okay, well, the first official competitive game with Earth Spirit. I'm not going to lie, out of all the CM, we've talked about this before, out of all the non-CM heroes, this is the last hero that I thought would be picked, that would get through the bans. Like, he's considered the most broken of the 6, so... Exciting. But Secret, like you said, very confident. They pick Lycan, Enigma, Omni Knight. Very formidable lineup, to say the least.
Yeah, it looks like their game plan is, okay, we're giving away Earth Spirit and we're expecting Navi to take it, and then we're going to run heavy controlled push. And we know that they're going to take Earth Spirit because there's no way they're going to risk us getting it. So we get the pushing trade in a lineup or in a hero pool that's really bad at counter pushing. So I think this is a really cool idea. We'll see how much the Earth Spirit does end up doing. And should point out one more thing that I didn't mention just yet. Navi are playing with a stand-in, and that stand-in is Resolution, who previously played on Empire, but has been freed from playing on the team, and therefore is a valid stand-in for Navi. He is not actively playing contracted for Empire anymore. So, really interesting to see him standing in for Navi in this particular game. Oh, wow, I don't know. Like, this was the hero, I would have said, out of all the 6 available ones, non-CM heroes, this was the last one I thought would go through. I cannot believe it.
Where does he play? Is he an offlaner? He
can go anywhere. He can go mid, off lane, support. I guess the worst role for Earth Spirit is position 1. This hero just needs levels. He doesn't really need farm. He can benefit from it. I mean, it's good, but you don't want to give him extreme free farm. You want to give that to someone else. Either the Slark or, in this case, the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be mid.
Remaining.
It looks like an off lane, honestly, unless they can do something weird with Lich. It's always possible. 4 melee. Team Secret with an Enigma on the back line. This is confidence at its best. I mean, the Repel on Lycan or Slardar. You have pretty much no diffusal. Well, actually, Slark could go for diffusal. Actually, Slark's a pretty good diffusal hold, but still not the item he would prefer to go for. Normal game. Spirit, played by VANSKOR. Okay, then.
So they will play it as a support. I think this is a pretty cool idea. There's multiple things about Navi's lineup that are really cool. First of all, they're running an off-lane Lich, so it's not a support. And unless that's solo mid, which is even a possibility, because what you can do when you have Earth Spirit is you can dual lane him with anything off lane, and it won't die, because you just use...
Because of that reverse force staff I was talking about?
Yeah, you just use Pull Stone on teammate.
Pull Stone.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
And you save them. So...
ridiculous.
Man, this shit is crazy. Okay, so let's try to be a little bit. Let's try to calm down and just look at what they're gonna do. But it's hard. It's hard not to be. It's hard not to be excited. Good. So the last thing I want to quickly mention about Earth Spirit, from my perspective, is I think this hero is the. If I had to choose one hero in the game that's the most fundamentally broken, it will be this one. This is my #1 hero in the game. It is extremely flexible in laning. Its abilities are insane. They scale incredibly well. He can do the fact that one thing that makes Earth Spirit very unique is that he can choose in the moment what to do. Like that his abilities have multiple purposes. Most other heroes can do like one thing, right? I mean, you can hex an opponent or you can impale, for example, with a lion. But with Earth Spirit, you can use Rolling Boulder with or without a stone. You can pull a teammate or pull a stone. You can kick a teammate or kick a stone or kick an enemy. And Magnetize is a very flexible ability that you can also extend by dropping stones. Extend.
30
and if you get an Aghanim Scepter, you can turn your enemies to stone and do whatever the hell you want with them.
Or your allies, even.
Or ally, that's true.
It's really cool. So, good. Earth Spirit, Earth Spirit, Earth Spirit. Let's see how Na'Vi are going to lane. So, Resolution will be playing in the off lane as it looks on the Lich. We've got Dendi playing the Storm Spirit in mid, VANSKOR on the Earth Spirit joining Goblak on the support Vengeful Spirit, and they will be tri-laning together with Hvust in the top lane on the Slark.
So they have Earth Spirit,
The battle begins.
they have Storm Spirit, the third brother missing, Ember, nowhere to be seen. S4 is going to get a nice crush on the Slark as he takes, actually Nyx took the bounty rune, it was a regen. Okay, that's useless. But let's go over, before we go any further, let's go over Team Secret's lineup. Puppy, of course, on his patented Enigma. S4 going to be playing the Slardar. Big Daddy No Tail. Omni Knight. Kuroki mid with the Lycan. And last but not least, Simba. I don't think I've seen him play Nyx, but playing Nyx this time.
That Nyx set looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a darker palette. I do appreciate that.
Probably my favorite Nyx set that's in the game right now that I've seen. It's Ars Art's set as well, which is cool. So, it is actually going to be dual lanes from Na'Vi in that bot lane. I don't know if they're going to keep giving VANSKOR farm priority as they have so far. It's going to miss the Rolling Boulder.
Whoa there, big boy. Yeah, VANSKOR's going to be getting the farm, so expect, I don't know what items you get. Do you get like, I guess utility is the best way to go, but...
Yeah, if the Lich is playing support, he should get Arcane Boots mech. Earth Spirit's abilities have fairly low cooldown. It's not extremely low, but you kind of want during the team fight to use your spells multiple times. You can save a lot of time traveling the map with Rolling Boulder if you have the mana pool for it, and it's generally the preferred item, especially if you want to go for mech. You need to expand your hero pool. Like the 225 extra mana cost from having a mech, you cannot support that with only treads, I would say. So, mid lane, Dendi. Really going to town on Kuro. Taking some damage from the tower, though. Fairly even trade. But he's okay. Kind of dominating, as you should with a melee or storm against melee. Oh my god, he's almost dying to the tower. A really aggressive play out of Dendi's
Well, his
Storm.
bottle will be here very shortly, so I think he's going to... Okay, S4 getting repelled, spammed on him left and right. Goblak already forced to use a health salve, so this lane's probably going to have the most action. Actually, bottom lane, we saw VANSKOR pick up an Orb of Venom, so that indicates that he probably want to initiate. Here we go, the Rolling Boulder, along with the Ice Blast, whatever this Ice Frost Blast. Good God, this is a lot of damage. Simba taking it. Is the boost is getting first blood going the way of Ember Spirit? It is!
Yeah.
Talk about broken, I guess.
Ember Spirit in an Earth costume will be getting first blood.
Damn it, Cinderin! I just woke up. Why did they pick it the first game? God, Ember Spirit, Earth Spirit, Storm. They're all brothers. They don't care. Well actually, Storm Spirit's kind of cocky, so maybe
it would have been really cool if Ember was available and Na'Vi would have run the three spirits lineup.
Indeed, Goblak top lane. Oh, he's dead. He's done for. Purification is there as well. And they're going to continue the pressure. Slark is crushed. That's going to be a double. Going the way of S4 on the Slardar, so things looking decent for Secret after giving up first blood to the Earth Spirit, who's now ganking mid. Not the greatest boulder Okay, well, I guess if you can do that, doesn't matter if you miss your rolling boulder.
Still, it's in that top lane. I'm surprised Secret got 2 kills because No Tail had a double damage, and he was just pounding the Slark, and he stood there and took it like a man and tried to trade, but the Omni-Knight had like twice his damage, so a little bit of an overextension from
How does Earth Spirit constantly have mana? That's my question.
The Earth Spirit rotations have been good so far. He's going to catch... hitting both with the kick.
That was flashy, if I've ever seen it.
He doesn't really have any follow-up potential. He needs a backup from one of his teammates now to set up a kill.
I'm just going to follow him the whole
in
game.
10 seconds.
Literally the whole game, I'm just going to click him. I don't care about anything else.
It's a pretty good way of not missing kills, because this hero is really good at ganking and setting up kills in pretty much any lane. He can make kills with almost any lane partner. So even, you saw him ganking mid, you saw him killing bottom. And now it's top and bottom lane. Maybe Simba's going to be killed again. Resolution has another Nova. Nice Impale. He needs to time this Carapace. Oh, he uses it early.
If only he had a Nova.
He does.
He's going to get Frost Blast. Oh, he doesn't go for it. Takes a lot of damage from the tower, though. And Simba is still level 4, so not able to really follow this up with anything. Bottom lane, though. Our top lane, nothing's happening. I was really excited for nothing. Earth Spirit forced back to base. He has boots, got a TP. So is this just a hero that's going to start? I mean, this is the beauty of leaving Lich. You can actually get levels on him, because he'll be fine in this lane. Has a level advantage over the next assassin. Can keep the lane pushed back in his favor. But Earth Spirit can just roam, I'm guessing, once he had a couple levels, which he does now.
Yeah, if he's off the map, you need to be very careful if you secret. The one good thing you've got going for you is that you have Repel. It's one of the best counters. Mid lane, he's going to roll. Oh, his haste rune. He's going to get away.
Unite in battle.
Good to go.
Face boots now on Lich. This is going to be difficult for Nyx. Although, with Resolution going for phase, he doesn't have any HP regen. So if he gets caught a little bit off guard by Simba, who has chosen not to skill Mana Burn, however, then, you see him now, putting some pressure.
Huh. What do you think about no Mana Burn? Well, I'm going to look at top lane right now because we have a Crush and a stun coming from Goblik this time. Clark is going to pounce out. Four is repelled. Looks like he wants to go on VANSKOR. Don't know if he can get this, though, especially with Goblik. Oh, Goblik's going to be turned on. We have a stun coming from Earth Spirit. Goblik on the run will be killed, but S4 is going to trade his life. So it's a 1-for-1 no-tail with no mana at all. Oh, he's going to get pounced on. And here comes the Stone Remnant. Dealing work. Oh, he's going to get one purification off. I think that should be enough, unless Earth Spirit is just that broken. And you can just dive him.
Very nice play from Secret's dual lane top here. Getting a 1-for-1 trade. Using the fact that Na'Vi kind of have to come in close with their heroes. Both Slark and the Earth Spirit want to go in close and start attacking, and they get a really nice purification off. They get a nice 2-man crush off from S4. And sure, he did die last, so he gave a killing spree over to the Earth Spirit. A little bit of bonus gold for VANSKOR, but still, all things considered.
Has double invis, smoke, and the rune, but Na'Vi feels something tingling in their testicles. They're going to back up a bit, and he's just going to be very patient. Oh, they're going to actually bait for Kuroki here. Oh boy, this is really bad for Na'Vi. Here comes Puppey with a double black hole with the TP support. Okay, he just cancels it right away. There's that Earth Spirit. So, no black hole for you. This is a game that Enigma, the puppy has to go BKB. That's pretty much 100% needed.
He could still get swapped then.
Well, then he goes and Lincoln's BKB.
Then he gets swapped and chain frosted.
Wow, they have 3. Yeah, that's true.
They have some really good Enigma counters. But the thing about Enigma, and that's the thing I believe Puppey has even said in an interview, and that you also see when he plays it, you don't generally pick Enigma necessarily for the black hole. It's a bonus, but what makes Enigma really good is first of all, his economy build-up, where he gets very farmed and gets a fast mech for the team. Malefice is a really great stun in its own right and gives a lot of teamfight potential or skirmish potential, and Demonic Conversion is a great pushing tool. So he has so much to offer, and in addition to that, since Midnight Pulse has been buffed, he's also great at high ground defense and at pushing high ground, because the AoE is so big and it kind of creates like a zone you can't enter without taking a lot of damage. So Black Hole is like the icing on the cake, and it's of course the biggest and coolest play you can make with Enigma, but we've had plenty of games where Enigmas win, maybe even without using Black Hole, or using it like once or twice on one hero.
The threat of the Black Hole.
And of course, that's another thing we talk about a lot. The threat, when you have BKB and you just start walking in, you're like a wall pushing away the enemy team. Because if they don't respect you, you black hole them. At the same time, you can't really go on the Enigma during BKB. So,
unless you have Navi's lineup.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think they can really go on Enigma during BKB, but they can deal with the black hole. So, that's the good thing.
Oh, you're saying if he walks in with BKB activated? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll see. We'll see. I guess he is going to get the mech first. Currently has a soul ring. What's found in the courier? Nothing. It's flying back. So
I think you still get BKB first. If you're going to go both, which I think he might need. I don't know if he needs to. Well, what do you think? BKB and Lincoln's? Either way, you have to go BKB first, because Earth Spirit is getting a little bit higher levels in Goblik, and it's just much easier for him to cancel it than... Like, Vengeful Spirit has to be in position.
Earth Spirit has two abilities that ignore Lincolns in stopping Black Hole. Both the Boulder Smash and the Geomagnetic Grip will stop Black Hole. So it's very difficult to get off a Black Hole, and even if you do with Lincolns, if your Lincolns gets broken by anything, there is indeed the Swap Magic Missile, Chain Frost, even Electric Vortex, but that one is kind of a very special case that doesn't tend to happen. So, but it is a hard game for him. What they can play with is, of course, Repel instead of the BKB, but then still Swap and Chain Frost go through, so that's not that easy. And arguably they want to repel S4, I think, most of the time. So he can commit to fights without getting... like, the amount of control on Navi's lineup is insane. All of their heroes have, like, a leash, a stun, or a slow, or a silence. It's just... And some of them have multiple, right? Lich has both slow and mini-stun, Venge has a stun and a repositioning, and Earth Spirit with stun and silence. So, tough times.
I wonder how much Earth Spirit VANSKOR's played. Go check his Dota buff. Immediately. Right now. So I think this is the set that was just on sale, too. Oh, you don't have time. Sorry, Cinderin. I was hoping that they have the same... There was a bunch of sets. I think there was one set of sets for the three brothers. Storm does not have that. Dendi is using
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Immortal, I think it was, from
And
Valve.
the festive robes of good fortune. Maybe that's gonna... like a good luck charm. Combine that with a couple of ironwood branches and you can't lose the game.
Well, it doesn't say you'll win the game, it just says you'll have a good game.
Yeah.
It means you'll have fun. Oh, Purification.
Oh,
Trying to get... Alright, the Crush is going to take out both neutrals. They're going to get the gold for that, but obviously the experience is split. VANSKOR looking to perhaps initiate, but no tail. He can see him. Oh, he's going to get... Okay. This is just like the fight for the neutrals. The delicious, delicious tomato. People just can't help themselves. Tomatoes are disgusting, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Kuroki looking to get...
they're actually really nice.
How disgusting. Lark gonna purge off that amplify damage, no problem. S4 is actually gonna miss the Crush. So S4, question is, what does he get first? He wants to get Blink. I think Blink is great because you have the Repel, which, I mean, it's really a choice between Vanguard and Blink if you take any of the recent games into consideration.
It's a really good Blink game, especially if he doesn't have to get repelled before he engages, because then they can Blink, Crush, Omni Heal, and then repel. Yeah, that's a really potent combination. Lots of damage from that. Looking to try top. Silencing Big Daddy, but...
Well, I like the strategy from S4, just putting Amplify damage on Slark. Slark's forced to use his Dark Pact, and that's when you want to initiate, because then he can't purge off the stun or anything like that. But then again, there are two other members with him. VANSKOR forced back to base, however. It's a nice little mobility spell, just get to base a little bit faster. Only costs, what was that, 50 mana? Yeah, that's
the cooldown is pretty long on level 1 though, 16 seconds, and you don't want to drop a Stone Remnant for it every time to double the length and speed, because it's... You want to stack up those remnants. You have 6 max charges, the recharge time on each of them is half a minute, so it's very important that you're good at the economy with that hero, which is a pretty difficult skill to master, to be honest, because it's very tempting to just use the stones all the time and get some powerful abilities out of it, but at some points, if you run out of stones, this hero becomes a lot weaker.
Navi wants to set this up. They can just start right now if they want. Goblak to start off with a stun. Resolution's here with his ultimate. He wants Purification, dealing a lot of damage to Stark. He's just going to pop his ult, pounce onto No Tail. Doesn't have repel for himself. Has his ulti, but it's not going to do anything against this Chain Frost, which is continuing to bounce. S4 in a lot of trouble. Dendi is here. So is Simba, though. He's going to try to get a consolation kill on Slark, but he gets stunned right off the bat and stunned again. They have vision. S4 gets cleaned up. 3 for nothing. Navi. And somehow...
Okay. To the last range creep shot. The last shot.
So close.
Does get it, but very... Okay, that was a really nice play from Navi, because they baited out the Slaughter stun, knowing that Secret wanted to try to go for it. They got the Crush off, they got the heal off, and the repel. Then they immediately track down the Omni Knight, kill him off, and then Dendi jumps in, dodges the Impale from Nyx with Ball Lightning, and instead of chasing... Or well, he secures the kill on the Slaughter, rather, and then immediately turns around and sets up even more, so very nice. Or, no, sorry, Slaughter was the last one. He killed Nyx first.
Dire's middle tower is
regardless of the order, very nicely played from Navi. 3-for-1 exchange. They're still a bit behind on gold and experience, but they're reaching a point when their lineup starts getting really potent. Slark scales and does very well in the mid game, so does Storm. Dendi is 3-0 with 64 CS. This is very good for Storm Spirit. Building BKB first as it looks, which you can do if you have both Int Treads and Soul Ring. I think your mana is sufficient at that point.
Okay, well, so yeah, that works out for him. But their Spirit is going for an Urn, it seems. Not quite utility. It is utility, obviously, but not the mech you were thinking. Wait, did he have Arcane? He doesn't even have Arcane yet. Interesting. I don't know when he picked up the bottle. I think he's had that for quite a while, but Arcane Boot's not the choice. What do you think about that? As we might have some action top lane, actually. Resolution?
Yeah.
Oh, we have initiation from Dendi onto No-Tail. He gets the crush off, does S4. And a purification might be enough to take out Dendi. Oh, he almost goes down to neutrals. In fact, he does. The neutral's just following him everywhere he goes. And Resolution gets swapped at the last second. Tries to get up a Frost Blast. Purification finishes him off. And now Goblack on the run. If they can get this, this is a 3-for-nothing exchange. Not a great exchange, if you ask me. And the Repel will ensure that they do.
They get 3 kills. Sure, Dendi died to the neutrals, but they thought they had the burst damage to take down No-Tail. He barely lives, and they get the full turnaround play. Incredible. I was sure he was going to get burst down there. Na'Vi have decent damage. The question is, did they have Chain Frost ready, and did they just save it because they thought they didn't need it? Because then that just cost them 3 heroes. Oh, VANSKOR?
Oh my god, you better be careful. S4. He has crushed another couple seconds. Didn't want to dive, however. Bottom lane is where Puppy and company are looking to push, but the TP is going to force them out thanks to the Clark, who is guessing he's just going to finish his treads. Why he didn't just that came from base, but whatever. Dendi, oh, he has a haste. This is a pretty sick rune to get on. Well, Storm Spirit pretty much takes advantage of most runes better than most heroes. The double damage regen and haste, of course.
It's one of the reasons he's a really good mid laner, because he's just so good whenever he gets any sort of decent rune at setting up ganks in any side lanes or in his own mid lane. But let's talk a little bit about Puppy and Kuro.
Let's talk a little bit about mid laners. We have initiation. Dendi gets stunned twice. Purification is there. You can continue your thought now.
Let's talk about Kuro and Puppy now, because we haven't seen them much this game. Both the Lycan and the Enigma put a lot of emphasis on farming, and because of that, their farming values are high, but no towers upon yet. But this is the call to go.
Oh, the Blink Dagger is being shown on that for a double crush. Resolution gets amplified damage applied to him, but there's the reverse force staff, which we will forever call this. And not much you can do about that. But damage was done, and actually they're going to wrap around. No-Tail doesn't have much mana, but Soul Ring's up in 8 seconds. They can find an initiation here. Kuroki's just going to be happy with the Ancients, however. He has the Vlads, and all the Earthspirit's going to be found. But, yeah. I don't know what to say. But, yeah. He has stuff to get away. Initiate everything in between S4. Initiates yet again. Double Tail, Spark, and half HP. He's just going to pop his ult and then go to work onto Team Secret. Omni Knight's the first casualty. Literally a 5-man rush into a 3-man Black Hole, but he swapped in there to cancel it completely. Goblack trying to deal as much damage as he can before he drops to the deck. He will fall, but look at this ridiculous ultimate. Not enough to kill the Lycan, however. In fact, he's just going to TP out. S4 has Blink in 1 second. We'll be fine. It's a 3-for-2.
Dendi might track him down. He still has, well, how many seconds left in the hit? Soul Ring.
Oh, he's, yeah, S4. Great cleanup from Na'Vi.
How often do you see a 5-man Slithering Crush, though? I feel like this happens in 1 out of 20 Slaughter games that you get it on the whole
And it
team.
ends in a lost fight.
And you still lose the fight, yeah. But the counter-initiate from Na'Vi was on point. They identified the biggest problem, which is, of course, the Omni Knight. And if they shut him down immediately, I believe in that fight, No-Tail ended up, he repelled the Slaughter before healing him. So that amount of damage they didn't get off actually cost them a lot. Dendi's now trying to solo him, won't do it. Now he needs to get the hell out of there.
Yes, the repel. Yeah, Dendi doesn't have enough mana to pursue, especially with reinforcements on the way. And S4 has the Blink, obviously. Not going to be able to find Dendi.
Thinking about it.
Is he? Yeah, Goblack's going to get the stun off Dendi. Showing them that he still has double damage, and, well, Slaughter's going to miss the crush. No, he's going to get swapped. Do they have anything to follow this up with? Oh my goodness. Little overconfidence from S4. Results in his death.
Yeah, No-Tail wasn't in range to help him, and I think No-Tail's also being a little bit cautious because now with the gem, he really doesn't want to just throw that away. Very important to keep the map control at this point, now that Na'Vi are starting to make a comeback and have so good mobile heroes for ganking. Slark, Storm, and Earth Spirit, all three very adept at setting up kills. So
like overextending for Secret is a bad idea against this team composition for Na'Vi. Earth Spirit, Vengeful Spirit, Storm Spirit.
So many spirits.
There's a lot. God, why couldn't they just have Ember in them? Well, then they wouldn't have picked him because that's Dendi's hero as well, right?
They could have played that on Resolution, I think, if they wanted. Gonna deny the bottom tier 1. This is the second tower that is claimed by Secret. Of course, they don't get the gold themselves, but still start getting some more map control, which at this point, to be honest, is way more important than gold against the Na'Vi lineup, because Secret are really good at pushing towers, so once they start taking control, any sort of successful skirmish can set up a tower kill. And it looks like they're trying for it top. There's no skirmish to be had, though. I guess they might just get this tower for free, or Na'Vi try to trade mid. Not interested in taking the team fight at this point. And, well, I don't know if they're going to even get this. Omni Knight forks in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's Enigma.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tier 1 tower mid is fortified, and the defense perhaps coming. Puppy and company are smoked. They're going to give up the tower, but here's the rush. S4 finds Dendi, but he gets reverse force staff back in the midst of things. Nice bash on the Goblet. So they're going to have to take him. Nope, Impale's going to miss. And this might be the end of this engagement. They give up the tower and get nothing in return, other than the top one, I suppose. I guess you can call that a trade of sorts.
Pretty even trade. The top tier 1 for the Dire is important because it's an access point into the jungle, but the middle tower for Radiant kind of falls in this category. So, I guess both teams are happy with the trade, but still Na'Vi are coming out ahead on farm. They're getting a lot of gold. Lycan has still been fairly quiet, but you know what happens when you leave Lycan alone for too long? Still,
he starts reading a lot.
Still not the easiest Lycan game, though. Slark and Storm, both very good. It's working against ice armor. Vengeful with the minus armor and heavy physical damage for the team, so he can't just commit fully. This one is going to be really close, I feel. Even though Na'Vi are behind by a quite significant amount, I still think their team fight potential is incredible. We'll see if they can get it off now. Secret.
Nimba's going to be shown out. S4 just going to blink right off the bat. Purification. Goodbye, Lich. And TP support is on the way. S4 stuck around, but he gets repelled. He's feeling cocky. Earth Spirit's here. That's maybe like, okay, Earth Spirit's here, guys. Let's get out. That one hero that's not in CM is here.
Well, Kuro is top and has a TP, though. So if Na'Vi try to take this fight, they could end up in a 5-on-4. Of course, Lycan really quick when he pops the ult. I don't think they're interested in it, although Dendi currently, with BKB available and an Invis rune, there's some big play potential, but has to be wary of the gem on Omni Knight that I'm pretty sure they have seen. So might see Dendi playing cautiously.
No tail with that gem, as you just talked about, and this is kind of a stalemate.
Well, Secret are getting more out of this, though, because they're split pushing. They have the Lycan farming, and Na'Vi have all their heroes in the bot lane. So if you keep playing like this and don't assert any sort of pressure in the lane, you're leaking money. So here we go.
Dendi's going to turn. No one has to order to use on Omni Knight. So Purification, that Guardian Angels will fall. They're trying to take out S4 with everything they have. It's just not enough. At least not yet. Puppy still has the Black Hole if he wants to use it. Repel, off cooldown. All of that used, and still Blardar lives, and still Kuroki pushes top.
He's going to get this tier 2 tower for free now.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it. Well, we have a TP. A couple TPs, in fact. And Shapeshift is forced down. Get the hell out of there. S4 is going to continue. Goblet stunned. Don't think they want to... I mean, they see Dendi has the unused BKB. That's right. That was a 10-second charge, resulting in really nothing. And the push continues now for Secret.
Very controlled defensive play from Secret in that engage. Just baiting out S4, knowing that he's the hardest hero to kill. They're controlling him very well with the Omni Knight. And Puppy, you saw him, he started moving in. And even though he didn't have a BKB, Na'Vi were still starting to panic a little bit there and move away. And that basically ended the fight. So again, the threat of the black hole might have just saved a life in that situation.
But speaking of Puppy, let's see what he's going for. He has a mech. He just bought something. And it's an Ogre Clip, so he's going to go to BKB. This is a game I think that Secret wants to go pretty late, to be honest, because Puppy, you're saying the threat of the black hole is there, and that's true to some degree, but it's not as high of an impact as you would normally see, just because There are so many counters right now. I mean, Lich just literally stays in the back and waits. The ult goes through the BKB, or the mini stun of it goes through the BKB like we talked about. So his full arsenal, I guess, won't be online until he gets both the BKB and Lincolns, and then it gets scary for Na'Vi. The team fight's out of control at that point. But smoke now by Na'Vi. Dendi's BKB is off cooldown. Not
that obvious, but also not extremely cloaked. Because in the mid lane, this lane is just pushing out for the Radiant, so they have to be feeling. Maybe not.
Great reaction time, and No-Till even repels himself. BKB is forced out from Storm Spear. Puppey could get his ult off if he wants, but he's just taking too much. In fact, the Lich ult was used, but he gets stunned right at the last second before that cast animation finished. And TP support is here. S4 and company. Oh, triple crush. Gallblack taking a lot of damage. Can they finish him off? Purification? But no. Mech comes online. Gallblack still on the run. Now they're going to force Dendi into a tough position. We're seeing the ultimate come. The magnetize, if you will, from the Earth Spirit. Dendi, the brother of Earth Spirit, is not going to go down. He's going to live, at least for now. VANSKOR tries to get as much damage as he can before he falls to his inevitable grave. Resolution. Yeah, I don't think there's any help coming for you, good sir. You are done so. That is 4 dead, and Stormspirit's the lone survivor with barely any HP.
Holy shit, No-Till is doing so much in these fights with the Omni Knight. That was even without using Guardian Angel. Just all of his repels, all of his heals are on point. He does not get caught out, repelled himself at the right time when the initiation came. Gets a couple of really crucial heals off. Not only healing, he seems to deal a lot of damage as well with every single heal. They pretty much burst down the Venge to force out the mech from Lich early. And whenever you mech one target, it's really poor efficiency. You want to use it on 2 or 3 heroes, or even 4 if possible in the team fight. And they just had to do it only to save Gallblack. And then they got outlasted, right? Both the mech from Enigma was great, all the heals from the Omni Knight, and a couple of really great stuns. S4 with the triple crush, the Nyx Assassin with a double impale. They just outplayed Na'Vi in this fight. Severely outplayed.
Oh, mid lane. Is this? Oh my. Okay, I was gonna ask you. Is this enough damage to take out Slark? And well, it's overkill if nothing else.
The answer is yes, without using Vendetta.
Dire's middle tower is under
Which,
attack.
by the way, even has really good synergy with amplified damage. We haven't mentioned
That's
that
true.
yet. That hurts like.
Hurts like a mother.
Yeah.
Dire's
Tier 2
top
tower goes down.
is under
Bad mother.
attack.
S4 working towards his B. Once he gets his BKB, that means Omni Knight doesn't need to repel him pretty much ever. And that's even scarier
Dire's
for
top
Na'Vi, because that means
tower is under
No-Till can...
attack.
Honestly, you might even repel yourself at this point. He's been doing a little bit to avoid damage.
Dire's
Yeah,
top
but
tower
I'm just
has
saying,
fallen.
there's no question now. I mean, Puppey could use it if BKB is not online by then, but... no.
Speaking of that, how far off is the Diffusal for VANSKOR? He currently has 1 blade and a robe, so still quite a ways to go. I think about 1,000 at this point, and he'll have it. He needs another blade in the recipe, so yeah, about 1,000. I think they should try to give VANSKOR a bit of farm priority. I think this is the most important item for Na'Vi right now. That repel is messing them up in every single team fight, and No-Till's just not making any mistakes. So...
Dendi is going to get initiated on Cam. Do they have enough? They're going to start with the Impale. I think they use Black Hole. They do. I don't know if they have enough damage, though. Dendi's just going to zip out with the BKB. In fact, he's going to do a little damage first, and then just TP. Well, he barely lives, actually. 10 HP. Whoa. I think he soul ringed at the last second for some reason. Well, I guess he might have needed the mana to get to that length of a zip. S4 a little bit late to the party, but Kuroki, yeah. Well, let's see what Roshan's... How fast Roshan goes down. Actually, maybe a defense.
He just repelled Roshan.
Oh, did he? Oh, is that why he's so white and glowy?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, Gallblack gets reverse. That was a really slow reverse force stab, but Lich ult bouncing left and right on the Necro units. Kuroki. It looks like Resolution's going to end up falling one way or another. S4, though, we're going to watch him against VANSKOR and Dendi. He's getting ulted. Here comes Puppey. Of course, Black Hole's down. There's no huge threat. Kuroki on the run now. Finishing off. Na'Vi just getting decimated in this fight. VANSKOR and Dendi, the last survivors. Roshan should be a free free kill if they choose to go back in. But of course, there's always
pretty low. There's no guarantee they get away with this. This is a pretty intelligent smoke, though, because Na'Vi will probably be checking for Rosh, and what a free kill. Very nice. Now
what a free kill.
Pretty secured.
Pretty secured.
Dendi can still perhaps steal it, though. He has big... Oh, okay. Now he can't.
Yeah, now it's a free rush.
So I'm wondering if he repelled Roshan on purpose to remove the Lincolns, or the spell shield from Roshan, so that they could cast amplify damage, but I think it was already removed, so he basically repelled Roshan. Even then, the fight broke out right after, and Secret still coming up.
Ouch. Oh. Goblet getting caught off guard.
Yeah,
can't even get a stun off. Map control going the way of Secret, and domination will result from that. Roshan's still not dead, though. It
doesn't really feel like a 15,000 gold game, because to be honest, these team fights are fairly close. But the item influx for Team Secret is just too much now. The Slaughter with BKB, Force Staff, Blink Dagger on the Nyx, Puppy with enough gold for the BKB, Kuroki almost AC after his Blads. Should be a lot
to do something about this. Dendi looking to go in, get some vision thanks to his Remnant. He's going to steal the Aegis!
Got the kill too!
And the kill on Roshan. Unbelievable. After all that, Secret gives it up.
4 heroes.
Radiant's top tower is under
I don't know how many times I've seen Dendi do this in the past. He is so incredibly good at stealing Rosh with Storm Spirit.
He has huge testicles, that guy. Good God.
He did it without even using BKB. That's like the craziest thing about it. I think most would try to safeguard themselves against like a Slaughter Crush or something, but really having faith in his ability and times it perfectly. And that's huge, because if that didn't happen, I think Navi might have almost been at danger of losing a lane of Rax.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I think he saw that he wasted his BKB earlier. Oh, boy. Oh, we have initiation this time. Oh, reverse Force Staff is going to dodge the purification. Actually, Simba is forced to use his Vendetta on the Earthbird, not the target you want. Big Daddy, no tail. Destroy Gem, drops to the deck. That means Omni Knight is off the books at the moment. Goblet getting chased by Kuroki. He gets stunned and plays a Black Hole. It's on to, do they have enough damage to finish off Dendi? And the Chavos is barely going to get on the Aegis and pop. If they can live through this, oh, the Necker unit. Last right click is enough to send him to his grave. Dendi does live, though. That is quite important, obviously.
Such a good Black Hole after Swamp was used. He saw it was used, he knew he could get away with it. Had perfect timing. Malefice, too, I mean, why not?
Well, Puppy can right-click it with the best of them. VANSKOR not too intimidated by this, however. The two brothers, the Storm Spirit and Earth Spirit brothers. The Spirit brothers.
Mech is going to be available now for Puppy. This is going to be a lane of Rax. They're going to heal up the entire team. He doesn't even want to use it yet. Waiting perhaps for the creep wave to take a bit of damage for maximum efficiency. Or they're going to retreat.
No chances taken. Dendi.
He's going to miss time to jump.
Well, he pops the BKB, he's going to initiate onto Puppy. Already his Black Hole. There's the Lich, wants to bounce. Looks like Puppy's going to be the first casualty in this game. S4 gets purified. Here comes No Tail, repels himself. Navi extremely low. There's the Guardian Angel. No physical damage for you. Oh boy, Slark comes in. He's not going to do anything other than this Dark Pact, which did a little bit of damage to S4. And he's just going to get cleaned up. Very questionable play from Chavos.
He just stood and kept attacking a Guardian Angel target. And the only thing he gets out of it is stealing a little bit of stats. You do very little damage by stealing 1 strength per hit.
Perhaps he thought Earth Spirit was still alive with Diffusal, but he wasn't. And charges him.
Oh, Kuro.
Oh god, he gets initiated by Dendi, but a double crush. Goblet is dead. Dendi has no mana. Soul Ring is on cooldown as well. Getting cockblocked by their own creeps. Not going to matter though. They find the right click. 533 gold going the way of Kuroki. They're just going to make this 2 lanes of Rax. Earth Spirit's up, but he's not that rigged. 1v, or I guess 2v5. It's not going to happen. Oh boy.
This game has been such a beautiful display by Secret, because from a strategic standpoint, what they did now, this game is pretty much over. They're going to lose 2 lanes of Rax against this kind of lineup. We'll be doing final valiant effort by time. So what I loved about this plan from Secret was, I mean, first of all, the game is the first very damage up, right? But they had, and it seemed like they had mapped out the game plan from the first pick in the Captain's Draft mode, right? Which you have 2.5 minutes in total to analyze the hero pool, start banning, start picking. And they gave away Earth Spirit. They immediately took their trade in Lycan Enigma, planned for a pushing and fighting strategy. Then they got the Omni Knight as well. And Omni Knight was the perfect pick this game. I think No Tail ruined the entirety of Navi's lineup, almost the whole game. Everything they wanted to do, he was on point with every play. S4 was able to play with so much confidence. Loved seeing his aggression. He was part of, what's that, 25 kills on that Slaughter. So incredible performance from Secret, and they pretty much secure themselves playoff attendance with this victory.
Yeah,
of course, sure. I mean, why not try to go for the juggler and try to get the 13-1? But really impressive stuff from them.
So remember, guys, we have a Game 2 coming up next, Team Secret versus Na'Vi again, and then after that, Tinker versus Team Secret. So amazing games today. Do we have something that we want to discuss?
Yes, we actually do. So I'm going to just... Yeah, let's bring it up right now, because we do have a little bit of a competition today brought to you by Need for Seat, which is one of the sponsors of the tournament, if you are not aware of that. So go check them out, of course. We're giving away 1 casual chair of your choice, as well as 3 Juggernaut sets. And the way you participate will be posted in the Twitch chat once the delay catches up, so I'm waiting for that. But what you need to do is, I'll mention it now anyway, and then you can read it afterwards. You need to send a tweet at DotaCinema at Need for Seat with the hashtag Need for Seat, so that's pretty easy to remember. And the only thing you need to write is with which casual sport chair you're interested in winning. And I'm posting a link in the chat as well where you can see the selections. The link is in German, but you can change the language in the left-hand side. There's like a European sign and an American sign that you can switch to. So
America.
Check that out. And of course, if you want to support, which would be really cool to show some love to Need for Seat, give them a follow on Twitter while you're at it anyway and giving them a tweet. And yeah, good luck to everyone participating. We will be announcing the winners later.